Hi there, my name is Tim Fox, and I would love to take you on a tour of our new 2008 Contessa and show you what makes the Contessa a little bit different from our competitors. More innovative, beautifully crafted, carefully engineered, and built to last. At Beaver, we make our own front and rear fiberglass caps. This means better quality because we use the highest grade materials available. Advanced designs because we design, engineer, and construct the molds to fit our customers' needs. We put a 3M film shield on the front of the coach and a clear film on the windshield. It really works well to keep your coach looking great. Take a look at this expansive Panaview one-piece windshield. The view from this window is outstanding. Notice where the wipers are stored. They're low and out of the way. They can be pulled away from the windshield for easy cleaning. You know, some of our competitors are still using a center post with two windshields, and they store their wipers in the middle of the glass. That's a lot of stuff in your way that just doesn't need to be there. Depending on the floor plan, the Contessa has an awning 8K or 10K generator mounted up front on a slide-out for really easy access, better weight distribution, and it keeps the bays open for more storage space. Since awning is owned by Cummins, it can be serviced at any of the thousands of Cummins service centers around the U.S. and Canada. The dual-headed mirrors, in addition to being remote controlled, are also heated. Another advantage this mirror has is that it's mounted on the front of the cap as opposed to the side. So this lets you help keep your eyes focused up front with just a little head movement to see what's behind you. This coach has side cameras to help eliminate blind spots. You can also use them as surveillance cameras when you're camping to see all around your coach without going outside. A common problem for many coach manufacturers is air noise around the entry door. At Beaver, we manufacture our own entry door, and as you can see, there are 3 locking pins. This is a proprietary design that keeps the door pressed up tight against the seals to keep air noise out. Since we also make our screen doors, we make them better by making the screen removable, so you can see better while traveling. We make them stronger by incorporating a kick panel grid at the bottom so pets or the occasional kick won't push the screen out. There's an electric awning over the entry door, a very nice feature to keep rain out of the entry area. The patio awning is also electric and really makes setting up camp a breeze. There's a lighted grab handle with built-in keyless entry pad that also locks the bay doors. It even has a doorbell button at the bottom. We are one of the very few companies that build our own chassis. The chassis is called the Roadmaster, and we believe it's the absolute best. The Contessa rides on the RR8S and RR10S Roadmaster chassis and is custom built for each floor plan. This allows us to utilize space more efficiently. For example, the expansive bays with pass-through storage and the front generator that leaves more space for storage. Since we can't see through the walls and into the chassis, we'll cut to animation now to illustrate how the chassis works. The Roadmaster chassis uses an active suspension that automatically adjusts the air pressure of the airbags while you drive. This chassis is designed to ride on air for a smoother ride. We do this by placing the airbags over the tires, as far outboard as we can. The airbags ride on an H-frame that absorbs the bumps and dips in the road. When you go around a corner, the ride height sensors detect lean and transfer the air to the low side to stabilize the coach, keeping you in perfect control. In addition to that, we place the main rails wider apart than our competitors do. This gives us even more stability. Think of the stability of a catamaran versus a canoe. Placement of the airbags at the outboard part of the chassis is very important because that's where most of the weight is. The walls, the cabinet, solid surface counters, refrigerator, and furniture are all on the outer edges of the coach. The sidewalls are vacuum bonded and multi-layered for strength and durability. The wall consists of a layer of Luan, a layer of foam insulation, and a vapor barrier. The aluminum frame is filled with 1.5-inch foam insulation, along with an additional layer of Luan. And finally, the fiberglass exterior. The aluminum frame combines superior strength, durability, and weight savings. We also use the best paint in the business. Take a look at the high gloss finish on this coach. We use approximately 25 to 30 gallons of paint on each coach. You know, most people don't even use half of that to paint their house. We lay out the graphics by hand, then paint 2 to 3 layers of each color. and bake the paint at 170 degrees for about 10 minutes. The final step is 2 to 3 coats of clear coat, then it gets baked for 1 hour at 190 degrees. The clear coat has an ultraviolet ray protection in it so it won't fade. We buff about half of the last layer of clear coat down to give you that high gloss shine. Again, this is a custom-made chassis. We're not buying a pre-made chassis like a lot of our competitors do. They buy a truck chassis and put a motorhome on it. That's not how things are done here at Beaver. Everything is made from the ground up. Each chassis is slightly different depending on the floor plan. The Roadmaster design is another example of what makes Beaver different. It gives you a foundation for a first-class ride. Anti-lock disc brakes on the front and drum brakes on the rear, aided by the exhaust brake, minimize stopping distances. The exhaust brake is made by Jacobs Vehicle Systems, so you can call it a Jake brake if you want. We also use ATC, or automatic traction control, to reduce slippage in slick conditions. The fuel tank holds 130 gallons, which helps you to go a long way between stops. It's V-shaped and baffled to keep the fuel centered for better pickup from the pickup tubes for the engine and generator. We also have fuel fills on both sides of the coach, so you don't have to worry about maneuvering around the pumps. And if you're in a hurry, you can fill up from both sides at the same time. The baggage doors open sideways for easier access. We also build these doors at Beaver, again, giving us control of the quality and construction. These doors are insulated and extremely solid. To help access these huge bays, we offer a bay slide tray that can hold up to 1,000 pounds. It slides out both sides for really easy access. The next bay is another full pass-through storage bay. Also, notice the extra height in these bays, yet another advantage to engineering your own chassis. We put access ports in these so you can run power cords through them and still shut and lock the bay door. These bays are lighted and fabric lined. In the battery bay, there are 2 chassis batteries and 4 house batteries for plenty of battery power. These are mounted on slide trays for easy access to maintain them. There's battery disconnects too, so you can shut them off for long-term storage. The graphics and styling give this coach a very elegant feel. The color backup camera has a microphone in it, so you can talk to the driver while parking or lining up the tow car to the hitch. And the camera tilts up and down so you can see your hitch while hooking up your tow car. You can tilt it back up again so you can see traffic behind you while you're driving. The air intake for the engine is mounted high, away from the hot asphalt and road dust, for cleaner, cooler air to help your engine run more efficiently. The hitch on the Contessa is rated for 10,000 pounds and has a 7-point and a 4-point connector for a boat trailer or a tow car. This saves you money because you don't have to take it to a specialist to get it wired. We also pre-wire our coaches for use with the tow brake system, which allows you to easily install tow braking. The engine compartment is designed for easy access to check fluid levels for engine and transmission oil and radiator coolant. This coach has an excellent power-to-weight ratio with a powerful 425 horsepower Caterpillar turbo diesel delivering 1,250 foot-pounds of torque combined with the Allison 6-speed transmission. This will give you plenty of smooth, solid power. We work closely with Caterpillar and Allison to keep our engines and transmissions at their optimal operating temperatures. We design and build our radiator systems and test them in Death Valley, where some of the most extreme temperatures on the planet can be found. We do this so you don't have to worry about your coach overheating on long uphill grades in high temperatures. The utility bay is designed to make setting up camp easy. The optional Sanicon system reduces waste to a very small size so it's easier to dump. Messing around with the sewage system isn't a whole lot of fun, so it's been a very popular option to make it easier. There's a hot and cold shower hose for easy cleanup or washing the sand off your feet after a day at the beach. The electrical bay has a labeled fuse box, making it easy to find the right fuses. A person could easily be overwhelmed by all of these wires. That's why we have a 24/7 emergency tech line you can call for assistance. They can help you through most anything or get help to you. Just call the number on your screen. You've seen the outside of the coach. Now let's move inside. The steering wheel is adjustable forward and back and up and down as well. And there's adjustable foot pedals so you can get totally comfortable. This steering wheel has variable speed wiper controls, cruise control,